done shot more than 50, you gon' ride with me? I got a play in the bay, you gon' slide with me? I know you loyal as they come, you gon' slide with me? I'm out the gutter, stick bombing, you gon' shine with me? 211s and 459s, throwing bricks at the pen, I'ma take my time. School of the hard knocks, dropped out in the knife. I'm a trophy in my section, so I'm covered in stripes. Blood nigga with a bitch out the suburbs. Can perform on this dick, ain't no need for no rehearse. Steak 48, where the dessert? You the Bonnie to my Claude, I never leave you hurt. We gon' run that bag up like a staircase. I used to rob niggas with a bare face. Fuck with these bitches talking, we gon' let them hate. Gon' bend that thing over, I'ma beat it like a murder case.
Yeah, just loot with you, that's all I'm tryna do. Look mama, I cannot be a dude. I'm tryna make this money, I ain't tryna make the news. And them other niggas lame, all they make is excuse for real. I just wanna show you love is real. And baby, I'm a hustler, I got drugs for sale. I care for you.
Yo. It's Morals Over Money. 2 times I repeat, it's Morals Over Money. And I got a special guest in the building. My boy Tyrone, better known as TMacc. And yeah, this is a special guest. I ain't never covered no content like this before. He about to lace hard boots. You know what I'm saying? And what's the deal, bro?
What's up, my man? Glad to be here, Munchie.
Oh, man. Shit, same program. You already know the deal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nigga, blessed to be on your platform, my nigga. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yep. So we got TMacc here, man. Actor, author, real ninja out here. He come from the walk of life I come from.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we go introduce some things. So first of all, tell us where you from though. Upbringing,
man. Born and raised South Central Los Angeles all my life, you know what I'm saying? Grew up over in the section off of 65th in Vermont. If you know, you know. I ain't got to tell y'all what that is. Y'all already know what that's about. Mm-hmm. That's my turf. That's my stomping ground. You know what I'm saying? Nigga tried to, get up out of here, do some different things, my nigga. So nigga bounced, left the state for a little while. When I came back to California, back to South Central, I came from Oklahoma. When I came back from South Central, I found out that Oklahoma had some real ninjas out there too. You know what I'm saying? They out there pressing the line. Thought they was on some bullshit, but they really serious about the business. They repping hard, both B team and Keyway team. So, that was an experience for me. So now I'm back at home, man, doing some different things. But somehow, I stumbled in a different line of work, man. Start writing, doing some acting. So now, nigga going full-fledged with this shit, man, trying to open up doors for other brothers just like me and you from the same background.
All right. Now, let's see why I'm asking this question. Coming up, high school, dealing with females, what was your relationship with females like? Was you a relationship type of guy? Was you like, what was your get down with females coming up?
Man, that's crazy you asked that because that's where the name TMacc came from. Is that I was always a ladies' man. And me and my little homies, my crew, I had some big homies. When I say big homies, they was like 2-3 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they still had more knowledge and experience than we did, than I had on the street at the time. And since I consider myself a ladies' man, we started our own little crew called the Maccs. You know what I'm saying? TMacc, JMacc, VMacc, RMacc, CMacc. So we was the Maccs, you know what I'm saying? We, back in the day, they had the chat line 976-7070, where you can call the females and motherfuckers is talking live on the chat line, nigga, and they just yelling out numbers. They don't know who they giving their number to. They just yelling out the number, call me. So you get off the line, my nigga, you start talking to females. You got all these different phone numbers. And by the time the night is over, man, you done lock down something real nice just on the little chat line. And they looking at, TMacc, he spitting that game. I had drags for their ass, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't just no regular conversation. It was like pimp lingo.
Hold on. So was it the party line or something different?
It was a party line, my nigga. It was like how you call the party line and everybody is on the line at one time, right, talking at one time.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You listening to certain voices and she say her name. You're like, hey, what's your name? She say her name. Other niggas on the line hear the name too. So if she yell out her number, 15, 20 more niggas on the line got her number too. So you just got to try to beat them to the punch. Call her number. Hopefully it ain't busy. So them niggas, and if it is busy, nigga, you do emergency breakthrough. Dial the operator, say, hey, I need to make emergency breakthrough.
Emergency
on this line.
breakthrough, you know it's back in the day.
Emergency breakthrough, you know what I'm saying, on the line and talk to the operator. So that's what we did, my nigga. That's how we met females back in the day, man, on the chat lines and going out on Crenshaw on cruise nights, Sunday Fun Day, been around since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I was out there cruising on Sunday Fun Day, 88. And all up through the 90s, so, and it's still going on right now, but that's where we met females too. You go out there with your Sunday best. When I say Sunday best, I'm talking about a proper fit. You know what I'm saying? A short fit, jogging suit outfit, some proper kicks. You out there with the homies with the Lolos or whatever cars they got out there, my nigga, you just macking on the females, doing your thing.
Okay, you said you got TMacc, VMacc, CMacc.
Yeah.
Is they still around? Y'all crew still around?
Yeah, well, VMacc, you know, he resting in peace, you know, God bless him, he resting in peace, but everybody else, all the other Macs, yeah, we still around, for sure.
Okay.
I'm the only one that kept that name, though. Everybody else kind of like changed their names, you know what I'm saying, and elevated some different status, and they got all the crew. I'm the only one still got that name.
Okay, you kept it macking.
Kept it macking.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I asked that for a reason, you know what I mean? And a lot of the world ain't gonna know what BDSM is, because I didn't know. You introduced me to it, and introduced me to the what it is. You know,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You laced my boots on it.
Yes.
So let everybody know what exactly is BDSM, the abbreviation, and so forth.
BDSM, man, stands for Bondage, Discipline, and Sadomasochism. Of course, you know, bondage and discipline, that speaks for itself. Sadomasochism is a term for people that have a pain tolerance. They might like to get whipped. They might like to get spanked. They might like to get choked. They might like to get slapped. They have a high pain tolerance, and they might want their body bruised up and marked up. And if you're on the outside looking in from that lifestyle, you would look at something like that as, you would say, well, damn, that's like spousal abuse, or that's some domestic abuse type shit. But it's not, because this is a fetish that some of these people have.
Right.
And so you're not just beating them because you're angry with them. You beating them as a turn on. That's what turns them on. That's what they like. And if they can't get that from you, then you don't need to be involved in that lifestyle.
Okay, so you told me, so when you bring that up to me, I said, okay, like dominatrix, but you explained to me the difference between that and dominatrix is what?
All right, a dominatrix is usually the woman. And I mean, the dominatrix is a good term, but they also have a term that they call a dom, or domess. It's DOMMES. That also is a term for women. And basically, the woman is the one that's in charge. You know what I'm saying? She can have a man submitting to her. She can have another female submitting to her, or she can have a group of people submitting to her. And she's the one that's in charge. She's telling them what to do. She's telling them. Usually, dominatrix involves a lot of sexual stuff. When you're dealing with BDSM, you have a dom, which is the man, which is a dominant. He's the man. So when you're dealing with a dom expects more from you than a dominatrix. A lot of time, the dominatrix is a sexual nature. Guys go to a dominatrix, or females go to the dominatrix for sexual pleasures. When they come to a dom, it can be for sexual pleasure, but also she may be coming to a dom for guidance. She might need some advice. She might tell you, oh, you know what? I want to be totally submissive to you. I'm going to give up all my rights, all control to you, which means now she's trusting you to make her decision. She might call you and say, hey, should I wear this today? Can I eat this today? What do you think about me eating this today? Oh, I got something I want to buy. Should I spend this money today? She's running everything across you as her dom, and she's trusting you to lead her in the right direction, because a lot of time women be so much used to being in control with the men we got nowadays. A lot of these brothers is weak.
Right.
So a lot of these women take control and they dominant. And a lot of times they want to sneak behind their man back because this dude is not dominant enough. So now she's going out looking for somebody that can control her mentally, physically, and emotionally. And that's when she starts looking into that BDSM shit.
Hey, I'm gonna get a little bit off track, right? Because this is what I keep bringing up to people that I've noticed over the years, that a lot of these women that deal with wealthy man, they cheat down. They don't cheat up.
They cheat down.
So they mess with this rich dude, but they get to cheating with the trainer, the driver, they end up messing with the help. So you got people like Shawnee O'Neal
She cheated down.
messing with a Main Street Mafia.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you got Steve Harvey wife messing with the driver.
Right,
Or
yeah.
Cassie,
Yeah, you know about all
she
that.
messing
Yeah.
with the trainer.
Yeah.
Or Remy, she messing with the battle rap dude instead of, you know what I'm saying?
See, when a woman cheats down, a lot of times they cheat down because the guy that they're cheating down with, this guy is going to treat her much better than this rich dude or than this dude with this money because he know what he got. He know he got this fine, sexy woman that got this rich husband or got this celebrity boyfriend or whatever it is that she got. So he feels like, shit, I'm lucky to get her. So now she knows that he's going to do whatever he can to please her, to make her feel special, to give her all that love and attention that she's not getting at home. Because usually at home, the rich dude, the husband, or whoever she's with, he already got too much shit going on in the world, whether it be business, social, or maybe he cheating. And he just ain't got the time to deal with her. And so now she goes out and she's looking for this attention somewhere else. And 9 times out of 10, it's better to cheat down because the guy that she's cheating down with, he's going to cherish her a lot more. He's going to respect her a lot more because he's thinking that he got a dime piece. He hit the jackpot. So he not finna fuck that off. So he going to treat her right and give her everything that she ain't getting at the house.
I always looked at it like that you know, a lot of these dudes that's rich, they kind of corny. You know what I'm saying?
They corny as a motherfucker and they basic.
Right.
They be on some basic shit. Like nowadays, bro, sex with all this shit that done came out, 50 Shades of Grey, and it's another movie called The Secretary, and Nicole Kidman just did some shit a couple months ago that came out at the theater called Baby Girl. It's the same thing based on BDSM. All those movies is based on BDSM. So when these movies came out, especially 50 Shades of Grey, when 50 Shades of Grey came out, like everybody jumped into this shit. You know, all kind of women start looking and trying to find out how can they get involved in this shit or how can they get their husbands to be like the dude on 50 Shades of Grey. Because basic sex with women now today is just not enough. You know what I'm saying? They not looking, you can give them oral sex, you can give them hours of some good sex, but sometimes that ain't enough. They want some kinky shit. They want some fetish shit. Or they want some shit that a lot of men be like, man, you weird as fuck. You want me to do that to you? I'm not doing that to you. That's crazy. You weird. They looking at her as being weird. And she looking at him like, all right, nigga, you all right? I got you. I know somebody that gonna do that though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what she ended up doing because he ain't got an open enough mind to be like, okay, she come to you and say, baby, I want you to tie me up. I want you to tie me up. I want you to take this paddle. I want you to spank me. And he looking at her like, what? All I want to do is hit. I just want to be able to bust and we go to sleep. And she done seen all this shit in these movies and on these websites and stuff like that. And if he can't give it to her, she got to go look for it somewhere else.
Hey, look, I'm with all that, right? As long as I'm not getting tied up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It worked both ways though. You got some dudes that call themselves a switch. And what a switch mean is that he's a submissive and he's a dominant. So he might like to get punked and get dominated by her sometime. But a lot of times, a woman, if she's not into dominating you, she'll look at you as being weak if that's what you want. She wants you to be able to dominate her. She wants you to be able to fuck, what we call mind fucking. If you can mind fuck a woman first before you do anything physically or sexually to her, you got her. Because you got that mental connection to her. So now everything, the mental follows the physical. And everything that comes from the physical comes from the sexual thoughts. So all this shit is connected. And so if he can tap into her mental connection first, anything that he wants physically or sexually from her, that's going to come easy. Because he already locked in on the main target, and that's the mind.
Okay, so the line of work you in, you can explain it, but how did you get into it?
Man, this shit is crazy.
Right, go ahead.
All right. Back in the day, back in the early 2000s, there was a website for nothing but black men, well, black people, period. And I was in Oklahoma at the time and had just got divorced and shit like that. I'm fucking around on the website. White woman hit me up. I'm like, damn, what's up with that? So she hit me up. We talked for a little bit, whatever. I kind of played with her a little bit, didn't really give her no action, because I asked her, I said, why is you on this black website? Because this is supposed to be for black people. You're a white woman. She let me know, well, I'm into BBC. Everybody know what BBC is.
Right.
So she's like, I'm into BBC, so where else am I going to find BBC but a black website? So, I kind of shined her off. Fast forward, a couple months later, I moved back to California. Come to California, I get a job working at a security company, messing around on that website that I was telling you about. Another white woman hit me up. I'm like, damn, these white women is on a nigga on this black website. So I get at her. She hollered at me. She's like, hey, after we talked for a while, she asked me straight up, are you a dominant? And I didn't really know what the fuck a dominant was. I heard the term. I remember when I talked to the lady in Oklahoma about it, but I didn't really know what the shit was. And I'm thinking to myself, shit, fuck it. That's what she wants you to say, so say you are. So, nigga, I lied. I tell her straight up, yeah, I'm a dominant, but I'm really not. So now I'm thinking to myself, okay, now I need to find out what this shit is really about. So, nigga, I start researching the shit. Bam. I hit on this shit. I'm like, oh, this shit is really real. Motherfuckers really doing this shit. I'm thinking this some shit you see in movies, on TV shows. This shit is really real. So my nigga, she don't know, but that's how I ended up getting into it. There's a white woman that introduced me to this shit.
And she don't even know.
She don't even know that she was the one that introduced me to it. But once she introduced me to it, I took that shit and took it seriously, because I'm like, okay, this is the shit that 50 Shades of Grey was talking about. Because I had already read that book just out of curiosity. And so when I found somebody that was really into this shit, I'm like, oh, this shit is really real. And so once I started getting into it, man, I thought it was only white people. I'm like, because, we do some freaky shit as black people, but some of this shit we just wasn't into. Mm-hmm. So once I got into the lifestyle, I found out that there's some black people into this shit. Black women, black couples, you know what I'm saying? So once I got into it deep, I started connecting with people. And I did that shit for a couple years until I got married. Once I got married, I stopped doing the shit. But on up to that point, I found out that we as black people, we are a big commodity in that lifestyle. Like, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people look at that shit as being weird. That's some crazy. Only white people do that shit. Nah, man. The same motherfuckers you see walking around South Central every day, motherfuckers you see in the mall, see in the swap meet, them be the motherfuckers that be doing it. You just don't know about it. It be simple motherfuckers. I'm talking about police officers, lawyers, doctors, and regular motherfuckers like us. And that's how y'all network when y'all meet at these parties and y'all meet at these gatherings. That's how you network, and then everybody on the same page, like, hey, this is between us. We got this is one of them lifestyles that if they're not a part of it, then we don't want to say. So if you see me in traffic with my family, or I see you in traffic with your family, we don't say nothing. We just acknowledge each other.
So a lot of times, do you have to sign a disclosure like?
It depends on how deep you want to get into it, because everything that's done in BDSM lifestyle, it's not forced. It's not like pimping. A lot of people say, well, that's almost like pimping.
No, but maybe it's like a guilty pleasure, and they don't want everybody to know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's definitely a lot of that.
Yeah, dude. So in that case, do anybody, a client of yours, say they want a disclosure so it don't get out?
A lot of times they won't, because they trust you. Because one thing about it, once you get a bad name in that lifestyle, motherfuckers saying shit like, oh yeah, they talking, they putting our business out, they don't know how to keep quiet. Once you get that bad name in that lifestyle, people that are really involved, because you have parties, you got functions, you got trips, you got picnics, all kind of shit that you go to. And if your name get out and you got bad stigma on your name, then that can fuck you up in that life, especially as a man. Because the women are looking for the man to be that dominant force in that position, but also she's trusting him. It's say if a woman comes to you and say, hey, I'm married, this cannot get out.
Right.
This cannot get out. You got to honor that. You got to make sure that you not being a home wrecker, and that you not finna put her business out there so her husband or anybody else can find out about it.
Okay, so, all right, do you got any peers that's into the same thing you into, but they caught feelings, and it became more than work?
Yeah, that happens a lot, bro. And it usually happens with the females, because, again, what I learned about female and men is that female, they think and they react on emotions. We think on some logical type shit. So things that they find emotionally and that affects them, we won't see it the same way. But as a man, you got to learn how to tap into her emotions. When you're in that position as a dominant, you got to learn how to tap into her emotions and know what she's asking for and know what she wants and what she needs without her telling you. Now, when she catches those feelings, though, that's when it becomes a little tricky, because
that's something you can't control.
Yeah, that's something you can't control. You can't help who you emotionally becoming, in love with. So a lot of times that only happens if that's your only submissive woman. They have what they call poly relationships, polyamorous, but we call it poly for short. That means you have more than one woman or more than one man. But everybody know about it. It ain't no shit that you sneaking and doing. Because the man that trained me and taught me about it, he was a dude that had 2 live-in submissive women with him. He had 2 women living with him. But both of them understood their roles and they accepted what it was. And so when those emotions get involved, you have to be careful, because it can be worse than just a regular vanilla relationship. Vanilla relationship is something plain, just a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So if you get emotions involved on the BDSM tip, those feelings are a lot more deeper. She's a lot more attached to you, because look what she done. She's trusting you to have her body any way you want, to use her body any way you want, to use her mind, use her emotions any way she wants. She has given you all this power over her. So now when she gets emotionally attached to you, it's a lot deeper, because she is trusting you and she's giving you all this control.
Okay, you mentioned the person that trained you. So how did you meet the person that trained you?
Man, when I got caught up in that situation, when I told her that I was a dominant, I was like, fuck, man, because she was talking about coming down to meet a nigga, and like I said, I was kind of fresh back from Oklahoma at the time. So when she was talking about coming down to meet me, and I'm like, fuck, I don't really know shit about this shit, what I'm gonna do. So I started researching shit, and that led me to that website I was telling you about. And once I got on that website, I started seeing some black men that had profiles. And they had profiles with their pictures with these women chained up and tied up. And these are some brothers that look just like me and you. So not no weird looking brothers with these fake fingernails and all that old crazy shit. These are some regular street dudes.
Right.
And so I reach out to one. I'm like, hey, man, this is my situation. I done told this woman that, I know this, and that, and the other. And so make a long story short, man, he said, look, man, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to have you come out to my house. You're going to chill out. You're just going to observe and pick up on as much as you can. It's kind of like a crash course on this shit. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be no professional, but you might be able to learn enough to get away with the shit and make her think that you know what you're doing. And so that's what ended up happening. That's how I learned about it. That's how I found somebody to teach me. I had to really go out there and look and find somebody. I didn't expect to find a black dude, but I just so happened I found a black dude.
Who better?
Who better?
Oh, everything.
You know what I'm saying? And he a real one too. He ain't one of these weirdos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I found out about it. And a lot of people say, well, this is like pimping. It's when you look at it from the mind control aspect, I can see why they say that. But the thing about it is, like I said, it's nothing that's forced. You know what I'm saying? It's not no gorilla pimping going on. It's not some shit that she has to do. And a man is not making her go out selling her body and bringing him the money. Everything she do is for him.
And then in your line of work, in most cases, they contact you.
Yeah, and when I was doing, like I said, I don't fuck around no more like I used to.
Right.
I don't fuck around no more, period. But at the same time, when I was doing it, it was they would contact me. Mm-hmm. Now, every once in a while, I might run across them or I see somebody that I liked and I'll reach out to them. But for the most part, if you got enough on your profile on describing the type of dominant you are, the type of man you are, then if you got pictures and videos to follow, I used to have all that shit up there. If you got pictures and videos to follow, that's a plus. Now they know that you're real about it. So then the first thing they're going to do, they're going to reach out to you. Some of them will reach out and say, I'm new to this. I just want to go slow. I want to learn about it. Then some of them will reach out to you and say, look, I ain't really trying to learn all the ins and outs. I just want to be dominated. I just want you to fuck me rough. I just want you to handle me rough. I just want you to use me, do things. I'm going to give you total control as long as you don't hurt me. Use me in ways that I've never been used. And that's what a lot of them just come for, that experience.
Okay. Before I continue on, because I got way more questions, introduce your book.
All right, man. The name of my book is BDSM, the BBC Chronicles. And basically what that is it's a book based on my experiences on how, just what we're talking about, how I first got into it.
Hey, D, throw it up. All right, keep going, and then elaborate what you touch on in the book.
What I touch on in the book is basically different stories of different experiences that I had in the lifestyle, starting from the time that I got initiated to it, meaning how I got involved in it, all the way to the time that I got out of it. And it's just showing different things because you go through different experiences. You're gonna meet white women, you're gonna meet Asian, you're gonna meet women from all cultures. The most intriguing stories are usually about the ones when you meet sisters, when you meet other black women involved in it. Because when I first started meeting black women involved in it, I was meeting black women that didn't want to date nothing but white men. Because they felt like the white man
Fit them better.
Yeah, treated them better. There you go. Felt like he treated them better. And they also felt like, okay, he comes from, like you would go to some women profiles and it would say, black woman for white cock only.
What?
Black woman for white man only. Black slut for white master only. So on her profile, she'll have on her profile letting you know, I only fuck with white men. And so when I started interacting with these women, trying to get in their head, why are you only dealing with white men? They were letting me know that, hey, I got this fantasy of being dominated and used by a white master, being treated like a worthless black slave. And I'm not, to me, I'm like, this is some fucked up shit. Like, you really, like, the shit that our ancestors then went through with this shit, being raped and used by this is some shit that you fantasize about? This is part of your fetish? And she's like, yeah, if somebody's going to do it, I want somebody that got it in their blood because they ancestors come from doing us like that. And so that used to offend me because I'm like, damn, well, here I am, a black man into this lifestyle, but you won't trust me to do you like that because you feel like he's better fit for it because of his ancestors' trait or because of the things that he learned on how to treat women. But you don't want to trust me to hear another brother and you my sister, meaning black and white, two black people getting together, but you won't trust me the way you trust this white man. And so you run across a lot of that. But you also run across a lot of black dudes in the lifestyle that be like, all I fuck with is white women. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if it ain't white, it ain't right. So you got to be able to deal with that shit and know how to mentally dictate yourself through that type of shit because
Hey, it's crazy though. I know. As far as blacks, right? A lot of black dudes that they prefer white women because I don't try to go hard on. I try to look. I'll just say black women got strong personalities. They not easy to deal with. You feel me?
Right.
I'm gonna just say that though. But and if you mess with different ethnic groups, they more easygoing. You know what I'm saying? Because some we can handle it.
Yeah.
But I got a little relative. I won't say his name. He easygoing and he might be a little too timid for our sisters.
Right.
You
You're right about that. You're right about that.
As far as black men, they steer away from the black women because they like I say, I just say they personalities is too strong. I say that to be, you know what I'm saying?
But you know why they like that though?
Why?
We made them like that.
We did?
We made them like that. And that's some shit that I had to learn. Because see, I was raised by my step pops. And my step pops was really a Rolling Stone. Like seriously, wherever he laid his motherfucking hat, that was his home.
Yeah.
And he used to always tell me, as a youngster, he would always ask me, "You get you some pussy yet? You get you some pussy yet?" This how they talk to us.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me, man, no matter what, a man is not supposed to have one woman. That's why women outnumber us as men because we're not supposed to just tie ourselves down to one woman. We're gatherers, we're hunters. So we like a variety of different things. Right. And that's why there are so many more women because we're not supposed to have just one woman. Shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so with that being said though, he taught me to not let a woman control me, not let a woman dominate me, or never always be in control no matter what I did. And so that's what that's one thing that I learned. But as I got older and mature in life, I found out that really wasn't a way of life. That's just what he taught me. That's not how the shit should have been. And so I found out by different relationships, going through different serious relationships, that we damaged our own black women by the way we treated them. You know what I'm saying? By cheating on them, by calling them bitches, and by beating on them, or whatever we did as black men that fucked them up mentally, emotionally. And so when they get with somebody that's good for them, somebody that's going to treat them right, she don't know how to respond to this dude because she's so used to dealing with chaos and bullshit from niggas that's mistreating her and doing her wrong. And so now she develops this defense mechanism to where she got to be the strong black woman, because all of her life she's been beaten down, or she's watched her mama or other women and her women get used and abused and beat down by black men. And this is what they see is coming from us black men. You know what I'm saying? So they're seeing that.
All right, so what you saying on that? I believe that's factual, right? But now you got a generation of that listening to the music. This you can't. I need some money. You ain't gonna hit this. I'm not. What would she say? I don't cook. I don't clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all that shit they be saying on these raps.
They talking to the rapper, the female rapper talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I got daughters, man. I got 5 daughters.
Right.
And
I got 2. That's crazy.
You know
5
what I'm
is
saying?
a lot.
I got 5 daughters,
bro. I'll jump off a building with 5.
Yeah. And most of them know they daddy. They know my background. When I say they know they daddy, they know my gang background. I done wrote this book, so now they know that background. You know what I'm saying? So, but I try to teach them, or I try to let them, show them that, you know what I'm saying, that don't be a fool to these men, because we use you as fools. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you got little girls, that's why when that shit happened with Diddy and the shit that was going on with Cassie, okay.
Diddy is who?
The motherfucker that's...
Oh, Diddy.
That motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, Puffy.
So, you know, that's why when that shit was going on with him, and we already had judged him because we had seen a video of him beating her ass in the hallway. So now even the men and women, we already got a prejudgment of what he's like. So with me having my own daughters and I'm seeing the way he doing her, that made me think like, oh, this is a no good motherfucker. You know, this motherfucker is on that bullshit. He a clown ass nigga. But then when he went to trial and all this information started coming out about Cassie, how she was with the shit, how she wanted the shit, how she initiated some of the shit, then I'm like, okay, they own some kink type shit, some BDSM type shit, some voyeur type shit, some cuck type shit. And so when he started doing that shit, that made me look at shit a little differently, because I know that Cassie, a lot of times in that trial, as we found out that she was with the shit, but where he fucked up was when he started doing shit, forcing her to do it.
Okay, all right. Now we talked off camera, and I expressed that I felt that Cassie wasn't a victim, but you said that you agreed, but you said at some point she became a victim. So
right.
at what point do you believe Cassie became a victim?
She became a victim when the first time that she told him, I didn't want to do this no more. That's the first moment she became a victim. Because even though in his mind, what the fuck you mean you don't want to do this no more? We've been doing this shit for years. Now all of a sudden you mad at me, now you don't want to do this shit? So in his mind, he like, nah, fuck that. You're going to do this shit anyway. Because this is what we've been doing. You know what I'm about. You know, this is what I want. This is what I need to make me happy.
Mad at him, or she like her feelings developed? Because I think
it was more of with Cassie. It was a more of the emotional thing.
Okay.
Because she started feeling like he was treating her like shit.
Okay.
And a lot of times that could have been her talking to friends and she telling her friends the shit that he do to her, and they letting her know, girl, that nigga, you know, don't let that nigga do that to you, blah, blah, blah.
Outside influences.
Right, outside influences but at the same time, no matter whether it came from an outside influence or whether it came from her own mind making up herself, when she said enough is enough, that's when shit should have changed. When I say shit should have changed is, well, he should have honored what she said, or he should have had another conversation with her trying to see, okay, where do you really stand with? Because you know this is what I like. This is my get down. If you're going to be with me, you know this is what's going to have happen.
Yeah, that's kind of like letting her control the narrative, though.
I mean,
so what you saying at that point when she said that she don't want to do it no more, he should have just let her like, all right, forget it?
Yeah, at that point, unless he feels that he can talk to her and make her feel like, okay, baby, what did I do that make you all of a sudden not want to do this shit no more? Like, what am I doing wrong? If he really want to go forward with the shit. Because right now, at that point, now you crossing the line of forcing her to do this shit and manipulating her to do this shit. Well, if you don't do this shit, no more video shoots. Or you don't do this shit, no more shopping sprees. Or you don't do this shit, no more money in your bank account. So now that's when it becomes a crime. And that's when it becomes the coercion and forcing her into shit. But as long as she was saying out of her own mouth, hey, I'm with this shit, I want to do this shit, I still want to do this shit, cool. But the women's rights is so shaky on those type of situations because, like they always say, a woman can tell you yeah 1,000,000 times. But out of that 1,000,000 times, that one time that she say no, that's what it is.
You know, it's crazy. I just learned the term this year, and it's called stealthing. You know what that is?
No, tell me what stealthing
Okay,
is.
so now let's say I'm this girl Brianna. Brianna trending right now. Since she don't look like Rihanna, she Brianna. All right, Brianna.
Right.
Boom. I'm hitting Brianna. Boom. I'm smacking. I got the condom on. I'll take the condom off and then put it back in. I keep smacking. At that point, that's a crime because once I take the condom off and put it back in, it's not consensual no more.
No, it's not. You're not. Because evidently, when you put the condom in, both of y'all understood that that's how you was going to have sex. Right. So now when you stop in the middle of the act and you take the condom off, now that's kind of like a form of assault.
See, it's called stealthing, right? And guess what? I was kind of, well, they gonna know now. I was kind of glad a lot of females didn't notice that was a crime because, you know, females like to cry wolf, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they would do that, bro.
Like they get mad, like you took the condom off on me, all that. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's the thing with BDSM too. It's been some court cases where the woman that got mad at the dominant, or she got mad at her boyfriend or whoever's in charge, and now she got all these proofs. She got these pictures of these bruises. She got all these text messages. She got all these voice calls. Now she wants to punish him. So now she can file these charges on him. You know what I'm saying? Because she has all this evidence now, but that's only if she wants to be a real shady ass bitch.
A Karen.
Yeah, Karen, or something like you say, crying wolf, when she's acting like she's a victim when she's really not. Now, a lot of people keep saying, well, Cassie wasn't a victim. I do agree. She wasn't a victim. But at some point, like I said, the stuff that I learned from BDSM, and it's called a power exchange. A power exchange means that she agrees to give you this power. She agrees to give you this control. You don't have to take it from her. It's yours, because a lot of men feel like, oh, nigga, you punking her, nigga. You just making her do whatever you want to do. No, I'm not. It's not that I'm making her do it. She's giving. We a lot of times in this lifestyle, we call that a gift. When a woman give you the gift of controlling her, controlling the way she thinks, her emotions, her physical things, all that type of stuff, that's a gift to you. And now she's trusting you to cherish that gift and not abuse her with it. She's trusting you to giving you all this power, and she's putting all her faith in you to make sure that everything is done right.
So when she become an Indian giver and she want to take the gift back, like she ain't really feeling no more. And then
said an Indian giver
for sure, because she taking the gift back and she like, well, I ain't feeling it no more. So in your opinion, you supposed to be like, all right,
cool. You have to, bro, because at that point she has the power again.
Okay,
you feel me? Because if you don't honor that, if y'all don't have an understanding of that, you know, when she says enough is enough, she can take that power back. Once she tries to take that power back and you don't let her, now that becomes a crime.
Okay, so all right, what's her name? 50 Cent baby mama. Mm-hmm. Do you see any difference in her little get up with Puffy and Cassie get up, or it's the same? They got the same situation going on.
It's kind of similar, man, but Cassie's shit is more serious because of the emotional attachment she had to Puffy, and because of all the years that they was been together, and all the fucking escorts and all the sexual escapades that they have. Her shit was a lot more serious because it involved just her and doing whatever he wanted her to do.
Yeah, man, but you know she started loving that. She did start, because one thing about it, bro, like she said in the beginning, she didn't want to do it at first. But when she realized that this is something that her man wanted, that he enjoyed it, now she wants to do it.
But what happens is, even if she really didn't want to genuinely do it in the beginning, as she starts to do it, you got to understand, she's getting pleasured by another man. This man is probably doing all the shit that Diddy ain't doing, or that whoever the woman is, whoever her boyfriend is, this other man that she's with, that he's allowing to be with her, he's doing all the shit that he not doing. So at some point, she gonna start to like that shit. She gonna start to want it. She gonna start to crave it. She gonna start to need it, because when she's not with that escort or whoever is breaking her off, she can't get it from Diddy, because he gonna tell her, call the what freezer meat dude.
Well, freezer
You know
meat
what I'm saying?
crazy.
She
That's
gonna call the
the name of his
freezer
book.
meat
I forget
dude.
his
Yeah.
name, the first one.
Yeah.
But not Rico, but the first one. But okay, no homo, but they say, I guess Puffy has some shortcomings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she said that. I mean, according to
The first sex worker, and then
they say my man looked like a little Tootsie Roll or something like that.
yeah,
Shit like that. So
your word on the sheets, not the streets, but the sheets.
So like I said, that the shit that she could have been against at first, she has started to grow to love. Because no matter, even though Diddy's saying, okay, this is what I want to see, this is what I want you to do, she's still the one getting that pleasure. She the one still getting her brains fucked out of. She's still the one getting her mind blown. So when that dude leave and she's stuck in that room with Diddy, guess who she thinking about? That nigga, that freezer meat nigga. Yeah. So if she ever have to have sex with Diddy, that's who she's thinking about, because Diddy ain't doing none of the shit that this nigga was doing to her.
Man, they flying this fool from California to New York, wee
All
hours.
over. My nigga taking this nigga across the country.
Right.
And that's real shit, because when I used to get contacted by husbands, women and their husbands,
right,
they have a lifestyle that they call a cuckold. Cuckold lifestyle is basically a husband that likes to be dominated by his wife, or by the man that's fucking his wife, or by both of them.
Okay, all right, before you go into that, I heard of that term first when Cameron was interviewing the first sex worker, I believe, but the sex worker said that she introduced the situation. She said, me and my husband is into this, and is what is it called? A voyeurism. She like to voyeurism, and then Cameron corrected him like, no, he's really how you say it?
A cuckold.
Yeah. I'm like, I wasn't familiar with neither one of the terms. So tell us the difference between that first cuck thing and the voyeurism.
All right, voyeurism usually are just people that get turned on. Let's say you go to a swinger party. Mm-hmm. You go in the swinger party and you got all these people fucking. Everybody's just fucking. They're like an orgy or whatever. And you and your girl, y'all get turned on by watching this shit. Y'all watching other people, just like sitting at home watching porn. Okay. But y'all watching this shit live in person. So while y'all watching this shit live in person, a lot of people use that and they'll get down. That'll make them want to fuck right there. Or sometimes they'll just watch and they'll use that image and that vision and those sounds that they heard, and they'll go to their room and they use that to get them going. A lot of times voyeurism is like it's like a tutor, like a push for couples or people that are sexually active to get turned on by watching other people. Now, a cuckold situation, that's because the husband he wants to give up control. He doesn't want to have no control over his wife. He don't want to have no control over himself. So therefore, he'll either, if he can find a man, most men that like to dominate men in a cuck relationship, the guy that she seeks out, whether it's a black man or a white man, they call that man the bull. So if a girl come to you, get at you, Munchie, and say, hey, my husband not fucking me right, but he told me I can reach out to you. Can you come handle this business? You become her bull now. And so he's the cuckold, so he might sit down and talk to you and say, hey, look, Munchie, look, this is my wife. I love my wife. I don't want to lose my wife. I don't want to mess up our marriage. But these are the things that she needs to make herself happy sexually. I'm not into this shit. I don't want to choke her. I don't want to whoop her with no paddle. I don't want to make her crawl on the floor on her knees. This is not some shit that I'm into. But I want her to be happy. So I'm looking for somebody that I can trust, that if I allow you the chance to be her bull or to be her dominant, I need to know that she's going to be safe with you. I need to know that you're not going to destroy my marriage, that you're not going to try to steal my wife from me, because we still love each other. It's still a loving marriage. Right. I just want her to be happy. And so he'll give you that permission to take control of his wife. But his role in the part may be some shit like, well, I just want to be able to watch when y'all doing it. And you say, okay, what you mean by watch? He said, well, maybe I'll bring you some water, bring a towel while you fucking her to wipe her face.
So kind of like, all right, Puffy was like instructing during the thing.
Yeah, that's
he be like, all right, do this position. Or do that. He was like kind of trying to be like a producer, kind of sort of.
He was trying to be a producer, but at the same time, he was being in a cuck role. Okay. Because listen to what she said, the shit that turns him on. It turned him on to watch her get fucked by another man. But while he watching her get fucked, he's over in the corner jacking off. So those are cuck activities. Those are cuck situations that you don't want to join him fucking your wife, or you don't want to be in a threesome with him, but you just want to sit in a corner and get off, jack yourself off.
So that's cuck activity.
That's cuck activity.
So what are now that he got involved in the dude is ejaculating on his nipples, what is he? That's not voyeur. That's not cuck. What is that now?
That is cuck. That's still cuck.
Extreme cuck.
Here's the deal. You got straight cuck relationships. You got bisexual cuck relationships. A bisexual cuck relationship would mean the dominant guy that's fucking his wife, he might let Puffy suck his dick or something. You know what I'm saying? Or he might let Puffy eat his wife out before he fuck her. Mm-hmm. A cuck is usually the guy that preps his wife. If he know you coming over to fuck his wife, he might say, come on, baby, let me eat you out. Let me get you ready for Munchie when he get here. Mm-hmm. Let me get you ready, wash you up. Let me get this water set up. Let me get these towels set up. And in the middle of you fucking her, he might ask you to pull out. And he might want to do some shit like eat her pussy or something. Or if you come on her, or if you bust on her or bust in her, he might want to lick it up or eat it out of her. If you bust inside of her, he might, this is the type of shit that go on. He might want to eat whatever you put inside of her. He might want to eat that shit out. So that's why when she said, well, he wanted the guy to jack off on me and then wanted me to come rub it on his nipples. He wanted another dude's cum on his nipples. That's cucking. That's what you call cucking. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't use that term, but that's really what he was. That's what he was doing. He was a rich ass cuck. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't, then you got what they call a stag and a vixen. A stag and a vixen might be a husband that allows his wife to fuck another man.
A stag?
Yeah, a stag. The husband is a stag. The wife is the vixen.
Okay.
So the stag, he might allow his wife to fuck another man, but he don't want no homosexual activities.
Okay.
He don't want to go jack this nigga off or lick off his cum or none of that type of stuff. He just enjoys watching his wife have sex with other men. He don't want to sit in the corner and jack off. He don't want to do none of that shit. He just gets off knowing that his wife is having sex with another man. That can please her better than him.
And the vixen is
the woman. She's getting all the pleasure. She's laying up. She's chilling. She's getting her wishes fulfilled and with the blessings of her husband. And she knows that she ain't got to go home and listen to him say like, well, damn, it hurt me to see you with that guy. I thought I could handle it. She ain't got to worry about that because he done already mentally prepared himself to accept the fact that this man is fucking my wife. He fucking the shit out of her, and I accept it.
So you got a vixen, you got a stag, you got a bull.
Mm-hmm. The bull is you, the person that's fucking his wife.
Stag, okay, all right.
And what they call
in some cases you got to cut.
You got to cut. And now they also in a cuckold relationship, the woman has a title too. Her title is QOS, which stands for Queen of Spades. So, just like the spades symbol, when you're playing spades on the card, you might see a woman with a spades tattoo on her back, on her tramp stamp on her back, a spades tattoo. She might have a T-shirt, and it'll just be a picture of a black spades. A lot of people don't know that's what she's letting you know. If you're in that lifestyle and you see her with that shirt, you know what she's telling you. All I like is black dick. So if you see a woman walking around with a T-shirt and has a spade symbol on it, she's letting you know nothing but black dick. If she got a tattoo with a spades on her leg, nothing but black dick. If she got something, the letters QOS stands for Queen of Spades. If she got QOS somewhere on her shirt or on her body, for the people that's in that lifestyle, they know what that means, that all she fuck with is black men. But she can be married to a white husband. You understand what I'm saying? Married to a white husband, got kids, been married 20 years. But she's a QOS.
Okay, so all right, the first time you a woman contacted you and you either put a bitch in a cage or on a leash, did it feel awkward?
It felt crazy as a motherfucker, man. My first experience, I'm going to share this with you. I was going to save it, but I'm going to share this with you, man. My first experience was when I first got back from Oklahoma, and a chick reached out to me on that black website. And she drives down from San Diego, and everybody know about the Snooty Fox. Everybody know about the Snooty Fox.
Everybody know about the Snooty Booty.
Hotel. Everybody know. Nigga, we used to sell dope about the Snooty back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know about the Snooty Fox.
Yeah.
So when she came down,
the Snooty Booty and the Mustang directly across the street
right
from
across the
each other.
street from each other.
Right.
So when she came down, I had her meet me at the Snooty. And so when she pulls up, it's this white girl. She pulled up, my nigga, mini skirt, high heels, toes freshly done, blonde hair, blue eyes. But she had told me before she came that she had been hurt in the tournament. So she had on like a walking boot. You know those big ass boots they give you when you hurt your foot? Mm-hmm. She had on one of them. So when she pulls up, my nigga, she get out the car. We at the Snooty. She get out the car. She got on this walking boot, a mini skirt, and one high heel shoe. But she pretty as a motherfucker, right? So I'm like, wow. I'm like, damn, why this bitch didn't tell me she had a walking boot? She was gonna wear the walking boot. So she say, first thing she say, she already calling me daddy. Because when they submit to you, they either call you daddy, they call you sir, or they call you some form of dom. Now, daddy can also be just a term that they use just because they like to call you daddy. You know what I'm saying? But in that lifestyle, the term daddy was to show some respect, letting you know that you have power over her. Mm-hmm. So she's like, daddy, let's go down to the sex store. So we go to the sex store up in Hollywood. We get to Hollywood, bro. And I walk into the sex store, and it's this dude, white boy, got on all these fishnet gloves. He got these black fingernails on his hand, eyeliner on his eye. And I'm like, damn, this is some weird shit. So we go in the back, and she tell me, daddy, get what you want. Get everything you want. So I start picking out paddles, whips, handcuffs, vibrators, dildos, all the shit that I seen at that other dude house when he taught me the shit. I tried to visualize all the shit that I seen he had. So I started picking out all this shit. By the time I finished picking out shit, bro, I had close to $500 worth of shit. And she was going to charge all this shit. She was going to pay for all this shit. So we get to the counter, and the dude at the counter, the gothic looking dude, he's like, hey, man, you need to get one of these. I'm like, what you talking about? He pointed to a collar. He said, man, this collar and this leash. He said, you got to get her one of these. So since I was new to this shit, I really felt like he was putting me up on game, trying to give me some game. Like he might have knew that I really didn't know what I was doing. So I said, yeah, man, give me that collar, give me that leash. So I'm thinking he finna put it in the bag. Instead of putting it in the bag, he tell me, hey, you got to make her wear this up out of here. I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, and I'm looking at her, she's smiling. She like, yeah, nigga, like, make me put this shit on. So now, nigga, I'm nervous as a motherfucker. I'm like, damn. I'm like, so I'm trying to play it off. I'm like, hey, yeah, man, put that on her. And I tell him, I'm like, put it on her. He put it on her, bro. My nigga, I'm walking down Hollywood on a Saturday night, Hollywood Boulevard. This is like, I want to say around 2005, 2006, some shit like that. Walking down Hollywood Boulevard, bro. And this female is walking behind me. She got on a collar. She got on a leash. I'm holding a leash, bro. She walking on my right side, limping because she got that boot on her foot and one high heel. And nigga, I'm walking down the street with a limping ass white girl with a collar and a leash, my nigga, down Hollywood Boulevard on a Saturday night, and it's active as fuck. Niggas pulling up on the side of me. Hey man, look at this nigga got this bitch on a leash. You see this shit? This nigga got this white bitch on a leash. I'm like, oh shit, my nigga. Nigga finna be all over the internet with this shit. So nigga, I'm nervous as a motherfucker. I'm thinking to myself, my nigga, if the police pull up on a nigga, it's finna be bad. And nigga, we gotta walk like 2 blocks to the car. And my nigga, she just limping, hopping on one leg, my nigga, smiling, nigga, and she loving the attention. Motherfuckers taking pictures. My nigga, I'm just trying to get to the car. Trying to get this bitch to the car before the police pull up on the nigga. Get to the car, my nigga. I'm like, fuck, nigga, take a deep breath, like, damn, she laughing. She's like, oh, that was great. She's like, did you see how everybody was looking at us? And I'm like, thinking to myself, like, man, I just need to get you to the room and get your ass up out of here. So I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So I get her to the room, bro. I get her to the room. We do what we do, my nigga. And I was able to convince her that I had been in this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? With the shit that I had just learned from the brother that taught me for that weekend. And so that was my first real experience in this shit, was actually walking a white girl down the street in Hollywood Boulevard on a Saturday night like a pet, my nigga, with a collar and a leash. And niggas pulling up on me, taking pictures, clowning, talking shit. But they like, nigga, this nigga on some pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? And she smiling, she loving every bit of it. And that's when I knew at that point that, okay, this shit is all right. Like she didn't really have a problem with this shit. And the motherfuckers is like, we in Hollywood anyway. You're going to see weird shit in Hollywood anyway. Mm-hmm. So we damn near fit in. I was just nervous, nigga, because it's my first time doing some shit like that. And so that was my first experience, bro, was walking that white girl down Hollywood Boulevard, nigga, with a collar and a leash like she was my pet. And a lot of motherfuckers be telling me, oh, you motherfuckers, oh, man, get your motherfucking reparations. That nigga getting his reparations, nigga. That's how they used to do us. And I'm not even thinking on that level. They don't know. This is all on some sexual fetish type shit.
Right.
But motherfuckers was just clowning my niggas like, man, this motherfucker got this white bitch on his leash and collar. Like, they was fascinated by that shit.
You got OnlyFans?
No, I ain't did people told me to do OnlyFans, man, but I never did OnlyFans, but I never got into it.
It seemed like it go hand in hand, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it would. OnlyFans would go hand in hand, and I guarantee somebody on OnlyFans got doing this shit right now. I guarantee it's a couple, somebody is on OnlyFans doing some BDSM shit getting paid. Trust me, believe that. But I decided to go a different way. When I used to tell people, like I'm telling you these stories right now, motherfuckers used to find it so unbelievable. Like, man, ain't no fucking way these bitches letting you do this. Ain't no way you doing that. Oh, nigga, you need to write a book. You need to write a movie. Shit, nigga, I procrastinated, nigga, for like 15 years, my nigga, and finally decided to write a book. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think Amazon was going to take the book because the book is so vulgar. It's so uncut. It's so raw. I didn't think that they was going to be able to put the shit out. But Amazon was like, hell yeah, we got an audience for this.
Hold on. Tell them the name of the book one more time.
The book is called BDSM, The BBC Chronicles.
Okay.
Written by Tyrone White.
Because on the way out, we go throw the name of the book out there again. And then you got merch.
Yeah, I got merch, man. I got some shirts, man. I wish I would have wore one, but you know, we about to do another show in a couple weeks, and I'll have the merch then. Right. But I got merches, man. Basically, on the merch is just the cover of my book, and it has the abbreviations BBC Life on it. And the reason that I came out with the merch was because there's a lot of people in this lifestyle that you don't know. Like you can walk into a grocery store, my nigga, and see a regular person, my nigga, a nurse in there, and you don't have no idea that she into this shit. Right. That when she leave that store, nigga, she gonna go home. So when people see my shirt, I got hoodies and I got t-shirts. So when people see my shirts, when I can wear my t-shirts in the gym. When they see my t-shirts in the gym, they be like, oh shit, that's a cold ass shirt. Like, oh, I know what that shit mean. And so only a person that really look at the shirt, because it's a picture of a black chicken, a black rooster in a suit. Everybody know what they call a rooster, a cock. Mm-hmm. So you got a black cock dressed up in a suit, the motherfucker on swole. And so you got that picture, then you on the side of it, you got BBC Life. So any white women, or not just white women, just any women, period, that are into big black dicks or big black cocks or whatever you want to call it, when they see that shirt and they see those letters, they like, oh shit. Like I see white women all the time. They be like, where can I get that shirt? Where can I order that shirt? How can I get that shirt? Because they know what it is. It's not an offensive shirt. Right. There ain't no nakedness. It ain't no picture of no dick or nothing. It's just a big ass rooster, black rooster in a suit on swole, and it say BBC Life. So when you look at the picture, you looking at it, oh, damn, that's a black rooster. Black cock. Oh, nigga, that's a black cock. So motherfuckers, it start clicking in their head. They like, oh, nigga, I need that shirt. And like, I done sent shirts out of state, my nigga, out of country. Motherfuckers then got at me like, man, I need a couple of those shirts. I need a couple of those hoodies.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I wear them out every now and then. And like I said, it ain't nothing offensive. No. Motherfuckers say, what do that stand for? I say, big black chicken. That way, I ain't saying no, nothing offensive. Then when they walk away, they be like,
they figure it out.
Oh shit, I know what that means. I'm like, yeah, it took you long enough. It took you a while to get it, but you got it. Yeah, that what I mean. What I think it mean. Yep, that mean exactly what you think it mean. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Hey. So, all right, you got the book, and as far as your profession, you doing other things as far as that, right?
Yeah, man. I done got into acting.
Mm-hmm.
I done got into writing. Actually, we got a TV show in the mix right now off the book. That's based off the book, and it's going in production, and we're gonna start filming in a few weeks, and we hoping to have it out before the year is out. But it's based off the book, and like I said, you know, nigga come from the gangbang background. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, one thing about it, man, is that I'm 52 years old, bro. So I'll be trying my best not to promote my hood or nobody else's hood. Mm-hmm. Because I'm nigga just not in with that life no more. But like I said, I grew up on 65th of Vermont. If you know, you know. So I also got a script, a movie that's written about my life growing up in my section. Not only my section, but your section. You know, the other homie section, the A-Trade sections, nigga, the Brim sections, the Hoover section. The script that's written right now that's gonna come next, it's about all our hoods because we are in South Central Los Angeles. And you know, nigga, you can be in enemy territory just by crossing a light, crossing the street. You into somebody else's hood just that quick. And so since all our hoods are connected within this square radius from motherfucking Exposition all the way down to the hundreds, we connected in the square radius. So the TV show is called The Thin Blue Line. That's another TV show we coming out with. It's called The Thin Blue Line, and it's based on my section growing up in the hood, how I ended up being from the hood, and how all the confrontations and all the shit that came with gang life, having to go to school with ops from different sets, and we being in the same school and we growing up together, but we end up becoming ops because of territories that we live in.
Hey, see, people from other places, other states, they ain't gonna understand how you know, you got schools like John Muir.
Yeah, that's where I went. I went to John Muir.
You gonna have Bram's there,
yeah.
Neighborhood 50's there,
yeah.
Menlo's there,
Hoover's
there.
Everybody.
Then you got Audubon.
Yeah.
You gonna have Blackstone's there.
Yep.
Fody's there. Some Harlem's there. Like
you got Fauché.
Yeah. Like so you got these. You know what I'm saying?
Horseman, all of niggas.
So it happened there. A lot of time at junior high, they figuring it out. And when they graduate, everybody splinter off, go their ways.
Yeah.
And it be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I hopped around, nigga. I went to Washington when Washington was the baddest school in the fucking world. I went to Washington High School, nigga. When you walked into the front door, nigga, they had a case, nigga, with names in a trophy case, my nigga, of all the students that died from gang violence. And nigga, I'm talking about thousands of names. So when you walk in Washington, it got a case say in love and memory of all the students from gang violence. Nigga, that's the first thing you see when you walk in your high school, nigga. It's kids that died from gang violence.
You could say back then Washington High School was West Side Crip capital.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
For the
but
students.
it was a couple of Damus up in there though. It was a couple of B team members sprinkled up in there.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was some Damus up in there for sure because you had the different lanes right up the street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a couple of Damus sprinkled up in there, my nigga. But like you said, it was Crip Central for sure. When I was playing football, nigga, we would come out, nigga, in our football uniforms. We play lock. We play manual. We play Dorsey. Nigga, we come out, nigga, with towels, with our hoods on our towels, our hood names on our towels, and you got gangbangers out there playing football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And really gangbanging. But niggas like sports too. And so back then, nigga, we wore our flags, my nigga. We wore the blue rags. They wore the red rag. When we played Dorsey, they players had the red rags with the DDP on their rags and shit like that, my nigga. So we knew what it was. Mm-hmm. We was just all niggas was trying to do something different, but we was caught in that life, nigga. Either gang banging, selling dope, or sports. That was our choices coming up back then. You know what I'm saying? So, and just like everybody else, my nigga, I latched on to sports playing football. That's how I ended up in Oklahoma. Got a football scholarship to a black college in Oklahoma, but I took that game banging down there with me. You know what I'm saying? And shit, found out that they was really with the business down there too.
And a lot of what you're saying right now is gonna be, how you say it, thin blue line.
Yeah, it's thin blue line. That's gonna be the thin blue line.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And it's based off a concept about a guy that grew up in the hood. He started game banging. He needed a way out of the game bang, so he got the scholarship to a black college. But he couldn't stand white coaches. But he get to the black college, he find out, nigga, that his position coach is a white coach at a black college. Now, he went to a black college to get away from the white coaches. But when he get there, he find out that the guy that coaches his position is a white boy. And he already got a bad vibe about this motherfucker. So they get into it. They have all kind of confrontations throughout football season. Long story short, he end up, because of his background, his gang banging shit, he end up drawing a gun on. He draw down on the coach, getting ready to bust on the coach, finna kill the coach, finna throw his whole life away. And the only thing that saved him was the guy that recruited him, took him down there. It's gonna trip you out when I tell you this. He was a Damu. The nigga that took him down there was a Damu from Inglewood, nigga. Like I said, I ain't gonna put nobody's sets out there. He was a Damu from Inglewood. And when he came to look for football players, he was looking for nothing but gang members because another coach did the same for him. Came and took him out the gangs, gave him a new start of life, and he became a football coach. So now in his mind, he's like, man, I'm gonna go back to LA where I'm from, try to recruit these athletes that's playing football and give these niggas a chance. So he came down there, gave a nigga a scholarship, took him down to Oklahoma, but when he took the nigga down there, the nigga mind was still on some gangbang shit. So nigga went down there cripping and sweating motherfuckers on college campus. Like gangbanging on niggas and doing all kind of shit, my nigga. But eventually he starts working at a juvenile center. And when he get to the juvenile center, he run into niggas from 60s, from Inglewood families, nigga from shotguns, from 9-0, nigga, all these little kids in this juvenile jail claiming these LA hoods. And so he like, man, y'all niggas is some imposters, y'all niggas some busters, y'all niggas some marks, y'all niggas claiming hoods down here that ain't even down here. But then he find out that these niggas is really with the business. Like they really to die for this shit. Even though it ain't no Hoover Street down there, nigga, even though it ain't got no Inglewood City down there, nigga, they ready to die for that turf, nigga.
For sure. Shout out Murder One family.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, Murder One, you already know, yeah.
Oh, everything.
So they real with that shit, my nigga.
But that's crazy you said that about the coach, right? Cause my team is Green Bay.
Yeah.
But my favorite coach is Pete Carroll, and
from SC, yeah.
The reason because he the coach at USC at the time, and when he was trying to recruit students to come to USC, he would do it himself, and he'd be walking through them hallways recruiting, and he'd go to like Crenshaw.
Yeah, he gonna go
Dorsey.
to the gang schools.
Yeah, he was going.
Get them niggas.
He was going to the trenches and trying to figure it out. So that's why I'm like, Coach Carroll. At that point, he always became my favorite coach.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, shout out Coach Carroll.
Yeah.
On everything, man. No, that's crazy. You said that.
The thing about that but the reason they called it the thin blue line though is because when he was working at the juvenile center, he started like giving speeches, you know what I'm saying, talking to the kids and training motherfuckers on gangs and shit. And you know how you go to the schools and you got the campus security? Well, they call them campus police now. But they was campus security back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And they had the same power as the police. They just had the title police, but they couldn't go off campus and make no arrests. You know, they was just still dealing with the students.
Yeah, my pops told me about that.
Yeah, so he ended up working with somebody from the campus security department, came up to him, was like, hey, You know, we got this gang problem in the schools. You know, we need you to come in and work in the schools. You know, and he thinking to himself like, man, you know, I got this gang, nigga, I got this background. I can't do this shit. So long story short, they send this nigga through a basic little police academy and working on the campus, he's thinking to himself, oh, nigga, I can get a gun. I can pack a gun legally. Nigga, I can probably help keep these little kids out of jail with all this kind of shit. So his main thought process was, nigga, I can pack heat legally. That's the only thing he was thinking about. But then he was also thinking about, man, all these little black kids that's in here gang banging, if he can keep these motherfuckers out of jail. Because, you know, back in the day when we was coming up, security, when you get in trouble, them niggas wouldn't take you to the office. They'd take you to the side of the building to talk to you. They make sure you don't get suspended, make sure you didn't get kicked out of school. Because most of the security niggas was hood niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would try to, you know, keep, and that's the same shit that this motherfucker started to try to do out there. Start talking to them kids like some shit that the white boy might arrest them for. This black dude can say, hey, nigga, come here. Let me holler at you. Look, nigga, you need to stop doing this, won't. I'm gonna holler at your mama, nigga, but I'm not finna let this white boy take you to jail over this bullshit. And so now you had that. So now the black kids that were in these predominantly white schools in Oklahoma, now they got this black figure, authority figure, that came from the same stomping grounds they came from, what they're trying to imitate. They got this motherfucker that's an authority figure that's trying to help keep them out of trouble. And so that's why this shit is called the thin blue line, because you got this nigga that's on the security team acting as a police officer, but the kids respected it because they knew that this motherfucker wanted to be fucked with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was genuine.
And it was genuine, exactly. And they knew him before he started working as a campus security, because he was working in the juvenile jails. So they already knew what he's about. So when they found out that he's working in the schools as a campus security, that made them gravitate to him more, because now they feeling like, we got one of us, nigga. In this authority, position of authority.
All right, see, all right, look, all right. Lastly, before we get up out of here, I want to get your take on the this Hoover indictment. They got X amount of defendants on there. You know what I'm saying? And they making certain allegations about underage prostitution or whatever. Have you been following that?
Yeah, man, I've been following that shit from day one, man. Bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. That shit is fucked up, my nigga. Anytime you got minors, bro, and I can speak on this from a deeper stance because I got 5 daughters. And I know for sure, nigga, I don't give a fuck, my nigga, grown or not. Nigga, like, I done heard niggas get on podcasts and say, oh, nigga, they're talking about, what if it was my daughter, nigga, what would you do? Nigga, if it was my daughter, nigga, she grown, nigga, I won't give a fuck. Nigga, grown or not, nigga. My daughter ain't finna be out there on them trenches, my nigga, on that blade like that. And so, even though the adult women, they can make their own decisions, these young girls that they got out there, bro, is fucked up, because you know that she can't make a fucking rational decision on her own. And not only that, my nigga, you know that you manipulating the fuck out of her, because first of all, she probably fear you. You probably pumping that fear in her. You're a gangster, so she's scared of that. You telling her she better not snitch, she better not do this, she better not do that. Anything that got to do with, man, that's exposing minors into that type of lifestyle, or that's abusing minors, bro, I think them motherfuckers need to have their motherfucking neck chopped the fuck off. Straight the fuck up. Now, the women that's grown doing it on their own, that's your decision. That's your choice. Do your thing. But these young minors, bro, that you forcing out here, that you doing this shit, my nigga, if you can justify that shit by saying, oh, well, nigga, if it was my sister and she decided to do it, that's what she want to do, nigga, then you a fucked up motherfucker. Oh, nigga, I'll pimp my mama. You a fucked up motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, nigga? If that's the way you see that shit, because, my nigga, pimping is one thing, my nigga, and the bitches deciding to do the shit on their own, that's another thing. That's more power to you. But when you got these young girls, bro, that's not even 16, not even 15 years old, and you got them on that blade doing this shit, my nigga, and not only that, the motherfucking tricks that's fucking on these little girls, they know these girls is underage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They need to get them motherfuckers too. But as far as if them niggas really had them women out, them young girls out there, bro, at that age, prostituting, bro, whatever them niggas get, they should get. Straight the fuck up.
Oh, I'm gonna say this because young Ann said something on No Jumper, and then I don't know the lady name, but she did some content, and then she used what he said as an example. Was call him I forget the name, but whatever. She was calling him an idiot in so many words. You know what I'm saying? And I think what she took out what young Ann said out of context, but although some of these girls is fast, they're not being forced. You know what I'm saying? The responsibility is on the you know what I'm saying, the elder. You know what I'm saying? The dude out there, bro. Like even if the young lady do come to you, you know what I'm saying, she fast and she promiscuous and she out here, bro. You ain't supposed to reciprocate her energy or accept anything she got coming to you or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because I get where my boy Young Edward is going, and girl, I don't know her name. You know what I'm saying? But she I think she took what he said out of context because he said something. He said an example like, you know what I'm saying, and which we all do know. Like when we was in high school, we all seen the girls when the bell ring, they got in the cars with other dudes. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he said the same exact thing I just said, but it's just how you say things, bro, because they get received differently. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right, because nigga, when I was coming up, my nigga, you know, we when the dope game was out in the mid '80s, early '90s, bro, the homies used to pick me up. You know what I'm saying? Because the homies had the cars on the D's. You know, that's when the Suzuki trucks was out, Nissan trucks was out, 5.0 Mustangs. Niggas was riding low riders, all that shit back in the '90s, bro. In the '80s, when I was going to John Muir, I had older homies, nigga, that used to pick me up, my nigga, catch me walking to school, like, nigga, get in the car, nigga, I'm gonna drop you off. Drop me off at school, nigga, at the front gate, nigga, and go pick up one of our girls at the back gate. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, Evis Too Short used to rap about the shit. Nigga, she old enough to pee, she old enough for me. Or nigga, if she having a period, nigga, she old enough for me. Too Short used to rap about this shit back in the day. Now, motherfuckers can say, well, okay, well, that was just rap. But a lot of motherfuckers took that shit literally. Like he fucking on these young girls. And a lot of times, my nigga, back in the day, some older homies was fucking on the young girls, but it wasn't frowned upon like it is now. Like now, this shit is really a crime. Right. Back then, bro, that was like the norm. It was like the normal. That shit wasn't nothing new for a 21-year-old homie to be fucking on one of the 15-year-old homegirls that you in high school, you in middle school with, whatever. That shit was normal. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now, today, my nigga, with all these laws that done passed and with all these crimes that done happened since then, that done made that shit a crime to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? You can't just fuck with a young girl. Now, nigga, if you 18 fucking with a 16-year-old, nigga, you fucking on a minor.
Yeah, but what I will put out there is something called the Romeo and Juliet law, where it's like a 4 or 5 year old cushion. You know what I'm saying? But it's to the judge's discretion. You know what I'm saying? So for the viewers out there, look up the Romeo and Juliet law, and that ain't no shortcut to go mess with a minor. Right. I'm just saying, like you would be in high school. And you a junior and your girlfriend a freshman, and then you done graduated, and then you know what I'm saying, laws apply. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though, because that shit didn't used to have no law. That shit was just normal back in the day. Right. Nigga, homies, I had 21-year-old homies, 22 homies going to my after prom.
Yeah, but I want to know, when did the law, the statutory, that statutory law, what year did that become a law? I would know that.
I don't even know. I would have to look that shit up, because I just learned about the shit.
Hold on. Hey, D, could you look it up real quick? Yep, I got you. All right, yeah. I'm about to see when the like in California, the statutory R-word law, when did it become a law? Because I would like to know.
Yeah, that shit became law, man. But like I said, when I was growing up, the shit was normal. Niggas rapped about it. You know, NWA rapped about fucking young bitches. Too Short rapped about young bitches.
LL Cool J, talking about going up to the high school.
All that shit was normal, bro, back then. You know what I'm saying? But now the shit, like, times has changed, and I'm not justifying back then.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying what was normal. Everybody was cool with that shit back then. Right. Now today, my nigga, you do this shit, nigga, you get your head cut off, nigga, get prosecuted, all kind of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like today, with me being a daddy and having 5 girls, I understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? I get that.
I mean, I swear to God, when I was 15, my girlfriend was 2021.
Bro.
For sure.
That's a trip that you say that.
But see, I was mature for my age. Like,
that's a trip you say that because that's the same happened with me. I was like 16, fucking with a 22, 23-year-old. And motherfuckers be like, oh, nigga, she was molesting you. Nigga, oh, nigga, she was, nigga, that's a form of child's porn. Nah, nigga. For me growing up back then, nigga, that was a badge of honor. For a young nigga to have a whole woman like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we didn't look at that shit as her, nigga, taking advantage of us. Or, nigga, that's some shit we wanted.
Man, she had a baby had a car. She had the Section 8 house in Bakersfield, the big house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and if you mature enough to handle her, nigga,
and I was,
she gonna fuck with you.
I was real mannish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my mom was like, man, what you want with my son?
Yeah.
And then I go to camp, and I turn 18 at camp, and she called my mom like, he 18 now. Mom like, this girl crazy. But
yeah, that's real shit.
Huh?
1859 was the year.
Statutory rape?
Yep.
1859?
Yep, and it was for 12-year-old. It was 12-year-olds around that time, and then it got raised to 16.
So that shit been over 100 years ago, nigga. Shit.
Hold on, you said what about 12-year-olds?
It started with the age 12.
So.
And then it's been moved up to 18 over the years.
So it was the age 12, then it got moved up to 18. But back then, 1859, before then, age 12.
That's some shit, though.
That's crazy.
That's some shit right there, though. For real, though, man. But, yeah, that it's unfortunate, bro, that, you know, that they got caught up the way they did. But like I said, my nigga, if they really guilty of the shit that they said that they're guilty of, then, nigga, they need to be, you know, they got it, wherever come their way. Now, I would say this, though. About the one cat that was like, what? I think he was 21 and she was like 16 or
P4.
They was real close in age.
P4.
That's like a shaky situation.
That's 5 years and they fall up under the Romeo and Juliet law,
that's
bro.
Like one of them shaky situations because, like you said, me and you, we was younger, nigga. We had older women.
Right.
They weren't going to prosecute them women for fucking with us.
They wouldn't have found
age,
out.
You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't even made it to court.
They wouldn't even made it to court. But now it's a big thing that the roles are reversed. You know what I'm saying? Because now the women are looking like they're being victimized, taken advantage of. But like I said, bro, if they did wrong and the shit really was wrong, then they need to be dealt with. But at the same time, my nigga, if they didn't, free them brothers, man. If they, you know what I'm saying? If they wasn't in the wrong for what they did, free them, bro. Free them. And that Romeo Juliet law, if it was a 3-4 year gap in between that, I don't really support that either, bro. I don't think that they should be prosecuted on that shit because of that. Now, if he had her out there on them streets selling herself, that's a whole different story, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if he dating her and they got a love relationship, because that's what the Romeo Juliet law is. It's about motherfuckers that was in a relationship
and it's
with
consensual.
that age gap. Yeah, and it was consensual.
Right.
But if he got her out there forcing her on that blade, that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Because now you looking at nigga coercion, abuse, all kind of shit. So and that's where it comes in at, man. But I hope the brothers is not guilty of the shit that they saying that they guilty of. If they not, free them brothers, man. But if they did, bro, like they said, my nigga, you already know prison politics, nigga, county politics, nigga. You come up in here and your paperwork bad.
It's bad.
On some shit like that, my nigga, you gonna get dealt with.
It's bad.
Period. You gonna get dealt with in the street justice as well as the legal justice. And if the street justice deal with you, my nigga, that's how you know when it's wrong. If the street justice deal with you, if they don't excuse that shit, nigga, that's green light. You know you wrong. You in the wrong. Because street niggas ain't gonna just deal with you if they feel like, oh, this is some swindle shit. They just fucking with this nigga. They trying to fuck over him. They ain't gonna do you like that. But if they know you wrong, my nigga, and you really fucked over this little girl, nigga, you gotta answer for that.
That's the fact.
You gotta answer for that. Just like you gonna answer in the courts. And that's how I feel about it, my nigga. So if the streets find you guilty, you go in the pen, go in the county, and they say you guilty, nigga, you guilty.
You in trouble like 5-1.
You guilty. That's how I look at it. I don't go by what the legal justice say. I go by what the streets say. If the streets say you guilty, you guilty.
Me as well.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Hey, give everybody your handles. Tell them where to find you at. Shout out the book again. Everything.
Yeah. My handle is Tyrone W65 on Instagram. and also TMacc 65 on Instagram. My book is BDSM, the BBC Chronicles. That's sold on the Amazon platform. You can find it on Amazon. Got a show coming out. I'm not going to speak too much on the TV show right now because me and my boy, we got another show we're going to be doing here in a couple weeks, and that's when I'm really going to put everything out about the TV show. But we got a TV show that's coming out based on the BBC Chronicles, and we also got another TV show coming out called The Thin Blue Line, based on a true story, straight out the hood, gang politics, all that's going to be one of those Snowfall, Boys in the Hoods type movies, but it's going to be a series. It's not a movie, it's a TV show. And shit, man, y'all look for all this shit, man. Like I said, my handle again is Tyrone W65 at Instagram and TMacc65 on Instagram. Shit, I don't mind shouting out my number because motherfuckers might want to get at a nigga. 424-374-9559. If y'all call with that bullshit, sending me fucked up tests and all that old shit, expect whatever y'all get in return. This is all about business. So, but yeah, and also look for my boy MunchieB, man. We got some shit in the work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to see this nigga on some different platforms, on some different shit. I got him a part of a couple of my projects, so this shit finna blow up. We trying to, man, do some positive shit, bro, with all the shit that's going on that's fucked up in this world, my nigga. And me and this dude right here, we from different sides of the tracks. And back in the day, bro, we couldn't sit down and talk like this. And I'm seeing him able to do this shit with other ops, other dudes that would have been his ops back in the day. But now niggas is on some grown man shit, trying to make a living, trying to take care of their family. When motherfuckers is on the same page, my nigga, no matter where y'all come from, my nigga, shit can come together and niggas can make shit work. You showing that shit, and Hefe showing that shit. Everybody that's on this positive shit, that's supposed to be ops, we bringing that shit together, bro, and that's what we need to keep on doing. Shout out to my boy Rick Rock, Nina Boy, I Don't Fig, all them niggas. I fuck with y'all content.
Back on Fig.
Back on Fig, yeah, I fuck with all them niggas, man. My nigga Rick Strapper, that nigga funny as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to all y'all. I support all y'all, bro, and I like what y'all doing. So, y'all, let's keep this shit going, man, and let's try to do some positive shit with this shit, bro. Each one teach one. That's what it's called.
That part. Yeah, man. It's Morals Over Money. I want everybody to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, be aware every time I drop something. And I want all the viewers out there to stay dangerous, stay alive, stay safe, however you living. We out of here.
Ain't tryna make the news and the mother niggas lame. All they make is excuse for real. I just wanna show you love is real. Baby, I'm a hustler, I got drugs for sale. I care for you.
I've been shot more than 50, you gon' ride with me. I got a play in the bag, you gon' slide with me. I know you loyal as they come, you gon' slide with me. I'm out the gutter, stick bombing, you gon' shine with me. 211s and 459s, throwing bricks at the pen, I'ma take my time. School of the hard knocks, dropped out in the knife. I'm a trophy in my section, so I'm covered in stripes. Blood nigga with a bitch out the suburbs. Come perform on this dick, ain't no need for no rehearse. Steak 48, where the dessert? You the Bonnie to my Clyde, I'd never leave you hurt. We gon' run that bag up like a staircase. I used to rob niggas with a bare face. Fuck with these bitches talking.